Hey guys, welcome to another detailed review of the Hyundai Creta SX optional model, which would be the most top model you can get in this car. We just got the delivery of this car the day before yesterday. It has completed 60 kilometers on it, so it's a brand new car. So I'd be explaining all the features, details, interior, exterior, a test drive. And by the way, it's actually a ownership car. It's my car, so you'll get a feel of how it's like to own this car. So we are in the amazing suburbs of Jaipur. It's a very quiet and amazing place to do a review of the car. I'm sure guys, after this review you would be experiencing the car as you would have drawn it yourself, or as you would have owned it yourself, so that you can take a decision on it. The first comment what I would like to do is, in the price range which is available, I think this is the most sporty and stylish car you can get. We'll do some quick shots of the car. As you can see, the 17-inch diamond cut alloy wheels, which you only get in the top end spec, looks amazing. From far off, it actually looks like a Range Rover Evoque. I was kind of mesmerized by the look when I first got it. So if you're looking forward to purchasing this car, I would strongly recommend to go for the top model. It will hit your pocket a bit, but obviously, I mean, the difference between the lower models and the top model is as good as if you're buying a budget car and if you're buying a luxury segment car. The features on this thing is huge. This is the key fob. Amazing dark brownish finish to it. I've actually ordered a key cover also for this, which is available on Amazon. So lock, unlock, boot open, and from this you can actually take out this key. Guys, please note that these amazing wheels, 17-inch diamond cut alloy wheels, only available on the top spec variant, that is the optional model. What we are looking at is the CRDI 1.6 liter SXO model, which is the most expensive in its range. There's a model above this, but that's an automatic, but you'll lose many features on the interior for that. The optional model is only available in manual. I also came to know that there is an anniversary edition which is coming up. It's a lakh rupees cheaper than this one. It has this black roof and some graphic details, but the interior is same as the SX Plus model. So again guys, I would suggest, if you want to book the anniversary edition, please do it quickly because they are limited in number. I think it's time to step up inside and give you guys a feel of what the Creta has to offer. So it comes with a keyless entry. You just have to press it to unlock the car, lock the car, and just press it again to unlock it. So again, the top spec variant comes with leather seats, like in some high-end luxury cars. As you can see, this slide screen appeared in the middle. This is called the supervision cluster, which actually is available in only the optional model. So I'll explain about that in a little bit. You have your entertainment 7-inch with navigation display. You have your automatic climate conditioning, USB aux ports, this amazing sporty gear lever. This is something which actually Hyundai recommends. If you can read it, you can go through it when you purchase a new car for better mileage tips and gear changing tips. So you can see leather seats. You have a bit of a leather here also, so it gives you a luxury kind of an BMW feel to it. Spacious on the back. Let's start it up. This is the push button start. Press your foot on the clutch and hit the start button to start it. So you see the system check animation which is there, which you get
24/7
when you start the car. And this illumination which is there on the dials, it lights up when you start the car, otherwise when it is off it's all black. So amazing animation, amazing experience when starting the car. You see guys, I haven't even removed the film of the screen, so that for you guys I wanted to know that what is the experience, what are the experience when you purchase a new car. So it's a brand new car, everything packed, everything sealed off with plastic films and all. We'll remove it in the video. So first of all, I would like to explain you something about the supervision cluster, which I think what I like is the best in the optional variant. In the lower end variant you get this digital display which is there in the normal cars. Not cool guys. I think you should go for the optional variant just because of this display. This sold me out. So this is what you're seeing is a normal trip meter, your average speed, your time, your temperature and the kilometers done on this car. So it is controlled by the right hand side buttons from the steering wheel. So you can see like you have this option where you can see only the speed. Again, it gives you a sporty feel. It's kind of a feel where you're in a sport mode and you can see the speed on large digit numbers, so you get a good feel on a highway. And this is your trip meter A, trip meter B, and you have lots of, you can change it, you can do lots with this. There's a button here which you can press it for service information and settings. Yeah, so from the you can change your enable on speed auto lock. It actually after a certain speed it locks itself. You can disable it if you want that from here. You can see you can just disable your auto unlock feature, which the car unlocks itself when it is off. If you have a child with you, so you can disable this feature so that the car stays locked. You can go back to the menu. You can actually change your indicator lights. So this is one of the most newest feature which is there. I don't think it's available on any of the other cars. You can change it to 3 flashes, so that if you press it once, now it's 3. So if you set it on 5, so now it flashes 5 times. It's cool. So you can also check your headlamp delay if you wanna delay your headlamp beams, so you can check that off. So you can actually set your steering position as you like. You can check it off or you can check it on. Amazing features. You can actually set your service interval. You can check your service notifications. You can select your, according to you, you can set your kilometers and your months. It will notify you according to your settings. So right now I'll turn it off because I'll have to confirm it with the company, free services, then I'll set it. Other features are you can change your temperature, degree Fahrenheit, obviously. You can change your language from here. So amazing cool features with the Supervision cluster display, guys. Only available in the top spec variant, optional variant. So this was about, and obviously this display, this is like a mobile phone. It's upgradable. So whenever the Hyundai guys get some new features on it, we can get those features here. So I wanted you to experience what it's like to get a new feel of the car. So we're gonna peel this protective tape off it, so it shows a caution message. Guys, I'd just like to tell you that this is the most responsive touchscreen I've ever seen. I've driven Range Rovers, I've driven a BMW, but I've never seen such a responsive touchscreen here. I'm sorry, the BMW doesn't have a touchscreen, but yeah, Range Rover and even the high-end cars doesn't have a good responsive touchscreen like this. So we are on the navigation mode. So it's a typical navigation software which you get. Again, very clear, very sharp. You can have the zoom features. You have the auto feature where you can zoom out and zoom in automatically. You have this 3D 2D feature. Again, you guys must be familiar with this. So what I would like to show you is only the extra features which is available here, like this address book. You can set your addresses and you can just click on them and it will take you directly to your address. So this is again a new feature. There's an emergency feature which actually displays your fuel, hospital, Hyundai dealership and police station. Like if you're low on fuel, you just click on this fuel and it will take you to the nearest fuel station. Yeah, you can set your latitude and longitudes and it will take you there. So in the settings you can actually change the color of your display. You can change it, like it's like a theme, basically the map theme. So you can do a dark theme or you can do a light theme of it. You can actually do a map view, north, up, 2D or 3D. This is the modes of the map display. You can change the map font also. This is again a new feature, guys. You can change your map font. You can turn on your display trace. So you can change your POI. Like if you don't want to see restaurants, so you can turn that off. If you don't want to see the fuel stations, you can turn that off. Guidance, you can turn your curve guidance on and off. You can actually choose you can actually let it choose if you want to let it choose a multi-route plan. Like if it just identifies a shorter route to your destination, then it will change automatically. I'd like to keep that off because it's irritating when you're driving and suddenly it changes the routes. So GPS, this is your GPS signal which it is receiving right now. Satellite status, you can say. You can change your voice guidance language. It has Hindi, English, both. You can reset to factory default settings. So this is all about the navigation, guys. It has almost every media which you can play music through. It has Bluetooth, it has aux cable, it has USB. So amazing voice, amazing amazing sound quality also. You get a good bass sound. And guys, on the lower end model you don't get all these touchscreen and everything. You just get a small kind of a display which is digital, and it's I would recommend you go for the top variant because of good feel of this. You should get this system. If you do aftermarket display, it won't get you this quality of finish which you have here. So guys, I'd like to explain you more about the system. You can change your factory settings, you can do all these things from here. You can change your display settings, brightness, dimming mode. I'm sure guys you would have the other functions you would have gone through, so no need to explain much in detail, but yeah, these are the main features which I explained to you. Coming to the automatic climate conditioning, so this is the auto mode which you can select. It automatically sets your temperature. So you have this mode button, you have defoggers, rear defoggers, you have circulation, inside circulation, you have your AC off button. Amazing layout of the dashboard. And you can see this if you just turn the headlights on, you can see this mood bar. It actually changes the color when your temperature is higher, it changes to a reddish tone or a orangish tone. When your temperature is lower, it changes to a bluish tone. So again, a new feature which you can see here. So guys, overall the drive feel of this car is as good as if you're sitting in a luxury car. You have good cubby spaces, you have this bottle space, huge bottle space, you have the glove box, you have a slide space here which can store your items, huge amount of space. You can see my iPhone is fitting really easily here. You have again this cup holders, you have this cool box which is there. Again guys, some more features. You can set your supervision cluster brightness from this button here. You can turn your ESP off. Again guys, the electronic stability protection is only available in the top spec variant, plus a hill descent control is available where your car doesn't go backwards when you're on a hill or something. So this is only available in the top spec variant guys. And again, the mirrors are electrically adjustable, electrically foldable. So all in all, an amazing looking cabin. You have a double tone interior with a black, dark beige, and again a black with leather black seats. Again, in the lower model you get a fabric seats which don't give you a good enough feel. You have this center armrest also in leather. Again guys, I just want to tell you that this, if you see this chrome on the gear lever, this is only available in the top spec variant. In the lower variant you get this rubbery kind of gear lever which doesn't look nice. Now let's switch off the car and I'll show you the rear space as well as the boot space. Let's get inside. There's a whole lot of legroom and headroom here. I have ample amounts of headroom, being a SUV obviously. There's a coupe-like line which is there. It reduces your visibility of the rear window, but obviously compared to any sedans you have huge amount of visibility. And even as a rear passenger, it's luxurious. You have rear AC vents, a charger. Let's open the boot now. We have ample amount of boot space. Guys, please note that we are not comparing this to a XUV 500 or much larger cars, because this has this sporty feel, so obviously the boot space would be a little lower than the XUV, but it's good enough for a family car. Again guys, you get a full size alloy spare tire. Let's just start up the car and go for a test drive now. So the 1.6 liter diesel is the smoothest diesel I've ever driven in an SUV, in a compact SUV if you can say. I have my review of the XUV 500, but that is not as smooth as this car. This is more comfortable on long drives. You don't feel that lack of torque which you get in normal diesel engines. This is as good as if you're driving a good smooth sedan, and you get that turbo boost in diesel engines which never lacks on power, so it's good on overtakes. So obviously I'm driving in a colony because I cannot hold the camera and drive on a busy road. So very smooth guys, very smooth, very amazing steering feel, and you don't even feel the bumps on the road because you have these 17-inch alloys, and plus your ground clearance is really amazing. And being an SUV, so you don't get that pinch in your heart whenever you go on a bump or so. So guys, overall I've driven the BMW X1, so I can tell you it actually compares to the driving experience of that car. That is again a 35 to 40 lakh car. So it's worth your money guys, worth your money. It's a little bit more expensive than the other compact XUV you have in the market right now, but if you compare it, if you want that luxury, if you want that like a Merc or a BMW feel, so you wouldn't mind spending this much money in this car. So just for you guys, I'm gonna park the car in my basement parking and let you feel that how easy it is to get the car in small spaces also. You can see we are going to the basement parking now. It's kind of risky, but you know, I wanted you guys to feel how easy it is to drive it even with one hand also, because, and this you cannot do in an XUV 500. It's a bulky car. So as you can see that we are in our parking spot, and you get that illumination, you get that amazing illumination here now. Guys, I want to show you the startup experience at night. So again, I'm starting the car now. You can see how the dials light up. So amazing feeling. You even have this USB and aux lighted up, so that you don't have to find in the dark where your USB goes. Let's take a look at the engine, guys. So this is the 1.6 liter CRDI engine with 128 bhp, 26.5 kilonewtons of torque, and it's a comfortably laid out engine. I think one of the best diesels I've ever driven in this range. It gives a good 128 bhp at 2000 rpm. Guys, when unlocking the car, I think this is the most sweetest sound I've ever heard.